Okay, back here to wrap up the Silver Age section of my comics, and I'm also going to throw in one Golden Age book as well. Here we go. And what we got here is X-Men number 14, 9.4 with white pages from the late 65. And this is a key book because it has the first appearance of the Sentinels. And this is a cover, a very nice looking cover. I like this cover a lot. Very dynamic cover done by Jack Kirby. Kirby, known for his fantastic covers, and this one here is no different. So I'll show you what we got going on here with this book. Very nice 9.4 copy. And we'll see the back. And this book has got a very, very glossy, high gloss back cover that is extremely white. So the eye appeal on the back cover is very, very nice. And there's another one of those artist advertisements. And if you ever get a chance, if you've not read this story arc, it's a 3-issue arc. It goes from issue 14, 15, and 16. And I've read it, and it is very good. With this issue, this is the first time any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Jeez, what's the word I'm looking for? Anti-mutant sentiment, there we go, is seen in the X-Men title. You could call it racism against mutants or prejudice. Prejudice is more like it. This is the first time that there's any anti-mutant prejudice, and Sentinels are basically, well, that's it right there. These mutant hunting robots that are meant to capture mutants and I don't know if it was to kill them or just hold them in captivity, and like a prison, because people were afraid of mutants and they feared them. They had a prejudice toward them because they didn't know anything about them and they were different. And you can say that this book, it's basically got racist tones to it, because in the 60s there were a lot of races that were discriminated against, and people had prejudice against them because they didn't know about them or they thought they were different. And so you can see a lot of parallels drawn between the mutant X-Men and other races that in this country had suffered prejudice. So the storyline is, I forget who the inventor is, makes these robots track down and hunt the mutants, and they somehow they're not under his control, and they start like free thinking for themselves. And they eventually just start running amok, and the X-Men have to come in and save the day, and they have to save the inventor who dislikes them, has a prejudice against them just because they're different, and they have to come in and save the day, even though this inventor probably deserved what he got for having such a narrow outlook on human life. But this is a very good read and a fantastic, fantastic book, and I've always been a fan of the Sentinels. So this is a book that I love, and that's staying in my collection. Okay, next up we have Avengers number 11, 9.6 with white pages from late 64. And this is another great Jack Kirby cover. I'll show you this. And we also have a guest appearance from Spider-Man right there. And then you have the Avengers. You got Cap, Iron Man, Giant Man, Thor, and Wasp. And this is a phenomenal cover. Jack Kirby covers, like I've said before, they are great. I mean, very rarely do you see a bad looking Jack Kirby cover, and this one is definitely not a bad looking Kirby cover. Alright, check out the back. Like I said again, I like back covers that are free of defects. Usually back covers have some kinds of markings, usually sun or dust shadows, scuffings or whatnot. So I always like back covers that have nothing but just white pages, white paper, and this back cover definitely has that. Oh, and also at 9.6, this is the second highest graded copy on the census, and it's bested by only 1 in 9.8, and that's from the famed Pacific Coast collection. So this is pretty much as good as it's going to get, unless you want to shell out 5 figures for that 9.8 copy. That's from the Pacific Coast Pedigree collection. And also, you know, with the Avengers movie slated to hit, and I think it's in about a month or so, Avengers books over the last 2 years have picked up a lot of steam. And this book is no exception. Out of the whole Avengers run, with Avengers 1 and Avengers 4 being the reintroduction of Captain America into the Silver Age, this is the next highest in-demand book. So I am very pleased with this. The grade, the page quality, can't go wrong with high-grade Silver Age Marvels. And one book, actually, that'll take care of the Silver Age, and I'm going to just throw in a Golden Age here, a Golden Age book to wrap this up. This is Superman 53, a 6.0, and cream to off-white pages. This one's from 1948. So I'll let you look at that. This is considered a classic cover, and it even says it on the label, classic cover. It's a 10th anniversary issue, and it's the origin of Superman retold. And this cover is done by an artist named Wayne Boring. Pretty good artist from the Golden Age, not recognized as one of the top talents, but not a artist that's at the bottom of the rungs either. So I'd say he's a little higher than middle of the pack. A very nice dramatic, I don't know if say dramatic, but just a very nice Superman pose. Classic, you know, arms down at the side, the wind blowing his cape back. And check out the back cover. And, you know, this is a 6.0, so it's not high grade. It's a mid-grade book. So this back cover is definitely not white. And, you know, you can probably see some defects. There's, you know, tanning on top. Oh, you can definitely see the tanning there. A little piece folded back. Little wear there on the edges. But, you know, overall, it's a nice book for the mid-grade that it is. It's also the first Golden Age book I ever bought. So, usually, you know, collectors don't start out with the highest, most expensive stuff. Usually, most collectors start out, you know, moderately priced books. And as they build up their collection and they build up their spending money, they move on to better books, which I definitely have for the Golden Age. So, you know, I just like to show this one. Like I said, it's my first Golden Age book, and I am definitely a Golden Age collector. It's probably my favorite section of comics to collect. So, if you like Golden Age, I advise you stick around for my next video. You will see some very nice high-grade books that don't come on the market too often. So like I said, if you're a big Golden Age fan, stick around. You'll definitely like what you see. So catch that next time, and I'm out of here.